Good morning, all of you. Today we are going to start our next chapter, chapter 4. We need shelter. Before entering into this chapter, there is a starter activity given in your textbook. I want all of you to do the starter activity, and I will show you how you are going to do the starter activity and then upload it in the Google Classroom. Those who are not having the textbook, I will be providing you an attached page in the Google Classroom. You can either take a printout and then do the activity, or do the activity in the same way as I am doing and then upload it back in the Google Classroom. So in this picture, you can see there are many dots. I want all of you to join the dot with the help of a pencil and a scale and then color this picture. Once you finish joining these dots, you will get the image properly and you will tell me what image is it, and you have to make a note of this in your textbook. I hope all of you understood. So children, can you see how I am joining the dots? Children, you will be using a scale to join the dots so that it will become a straight line. So what is this image, children? Yes, you are correct. It is the image of a house. So I want all of you to be writing house here, and you will be coloring it and then uploading it in the Google Classroom. Yes, children, I hope all of you understood this much. So let's see, what are we going to learn today? Today I will be giving you a brief introduction about houses. What are the materials used to build houses? What is kacha house and what is pakka house, and the difference between both of them. So let's have a look at the keywords in this chapter. Protects, mud, straws, stones, kacha house, pakka house, bricks, cement, huts, bungalows, multi-storied buildings, stilt houses, apartments, houseboats, floating houses, igloos, tents, and caravans. So I want all of you to make a note of these keywords in your notebook or in an A4 paper and then attach it in the Google Classroom. And you will be keeping these things ready and you will bring it to the school once the school reopens. And children, make sure that you learn the spellings of these words. So let's enter into our chapter. On the screen, you can see the image. Can anyone guess what it is? Yes, it is a cave. Before entering into this chapter, I want to ask you certain questions. When you go out to play, you are playing with your brother or you are playing with your friends, and suddenly that there is heavy lightning and thunder. Children, how do you feel? Yes, you are absolutely correct. You will be scared by the voice of the thunder. Yes. And what you will feel? You will feel like what? You will feel as if you want to move away from there and you want to go to your house. Yes, children? Yes, you are absolutely correct. Once you reach your house, you will be a bit scared by the noise of the thunder, but will it be the same way when you were outside the house? No, isn't it? Yes. So it is the house that give you a feeling of protection. Yes, children? Yes, even now there is corona. All of you might be heard about corona. Yes? And we, all of us are inside our house, which is giving us a feeling of protection, that we are safe somewhere. Yes or no? I hope all of you are inside the house only and no one is going out. And you are feeling protected in one or the other way. Yes, children? Yes, so it is the house that protects us from heat, cold, wind, rain, and even from wild animals. And house is a place where we feel safe and secure. And that is what all of us are feeling at present. And long ago, there were no houses to live in. People used to live in caves. The early humans, they started their life by living in caves. And it was quite later they started to build houses for them to live in. I hope all of you understood this much. It is the house that gives us the protection. We feel safe and secured inside our house. And the house protects us from wind, heat, cold, rain, and even wild animals. And it gives us a feeling of safety. Yes, children? And long ago, people used to live in caves, not in houses. And it was quite later that they had started to build houses. So let's continue. And what are the things that they use to make these houses? They find only those things which are available in the nature. What are they? They use mud, which is freely available in our environment. They used stones. They used straw to build houses. So they used only those things which are easily available in our surroundings to build a house. So let's see what are the different materials used in the construction of a house. Here I have shown you two pictures. In the first picture you can see it is written Kacha house. Yes, children. And in the second picture it is written it is Pakka house. As the name indicate, Kacha means which is not strong. It is a Hindi word, and Kacha means that the thing that is not very strong, and Pakka means the thing that is strong. So as the name indicates itself, this is a Kacha house. You can see compared to the Pakka house, the Kacha house doesn't look very strong also, and it doesn't look very beautiful also. Isn't it, children? You can see this is Pakka house. This is a stronger house. So in the name itself, the meaning is there. One is Kacha and the other one is Pakka. Kacha means the one that is not strong, and Pakka means the one that is strong. Now let's learn in detail about these two types of houses. Let's see what is a Kacha house. Here I have shown you an image of a Kacha house. As I told you, in the name itself it is there. Kacha house means which is not very strong. So we can find these types of houses in villages. Can you see this type of houses in Lekki or in Ikoi or in VI? No, we can only see this kind of houses in villages, and these are made up of mud, straw, dry leaves, bamboos, etc. That means the things that are easily available in our surroundings. People use the things which are easily available in the surroundings to make kacha houses. Understood, children? And these houses are easily found in villages. You can't find these houses in cities or in towns. I hope all of you understood this much. Yes, children? So kacha houses are the houses that are made up of straw, mud, dry leaves. In this picture also you can see these are dried grasses. Yes, children? They have used wood for the door. So the things that are easily available in our environment, they use to make kacha houses, in which they have used dry leaves. They use mud to build the house. They made use of straw, bamboos, etc. Understood? So these types of houses we can see in villages, and they are called as kacha houses. Then the next one is pakka house. As seen in the picture itself, you can understand that this house is strong as compared to the kacha house. These types of houses are seen in towns and cities, and they are made up of what, children? They are made up of bricks and cement. People don't use stones, dry leaves, or muds to build a pakka house. Then it is no more a pakka house. It will become kacha house. So a pakka house or a strong house is built with the help of bricks or cement. Some people even use stones also to build pakka house. Yes, children? And these pakka houses are stronger than the kacha house. I hope all of you got this much. Yes? So the pakka house is made up of what, children? They are made up of stone. Some people use stones to build pakka houses. So pakka house is made up of bricks, stones, and even cement. They don't use dry leaves, bamboos, or straws to build a pakka house. Okay, Once they are using these materials like dry leaves, bamboos, and mud, you cannot call it as a pakka house. It will become kacha house. So the house that is made up of stone, bricks, and cement are called as pakka house. And this pakka houses you can find only in towns and cities. You can't find them in village. And these pakka houses are stronger compared to a kacha house. I hope all of you understood this much. Now, let's see the difference between a pakka house and a kacha house. Kacha house, these types of houses are found in villages, isn't it, children? Where are they found? They are found in villages. And these types of houses are made up of what? They are made up of mud, straw, dry leaves, and bamboos. These are not strong houses compared to a pakka house. Yes, children? Then let's see about pakka house. Pakka house means these types of houses are found in cities and towns. And they are made up of bricks and cement. You can even say stones. It's not that always they use bricks, they use stones also. So pakka house are made up of bricks, stones, or cement. And then pakka house are stronger compared to kacha house. I'm revising once again. You can see this is kacha house and this is pakka house. So pakka house are found in where? They are found in villages, whereas, kacha house are found in villages, whereas a pakka house is found in cities and towns. Can you see, children? So the houses that are found in cities and towns are the pakka houses, and the houses that are found in villages are called as the kacha houses. And these kacha houses are made up of mud, straw, dry leaves, and bamboos, whereas a pakka house is made up of bricks, stones, and cement. Understood, children? And a kacha house, they are not strong compared to pakka house, whereas a pakka house is stronger compared to a kacha house. I hope all of you understood this much. So in this chapter, in this today's session, you have learned that during the olden times, people used to live in caves. They used different types of material to construct houses. And what is the difference between a kacha house and a pakka house? And where you can find a kacha house and a pakka house? I hope all of you understood this much. I want all of you to learn this chapter. First of all, read the chapter thoroughly. Learn the keywords that are given to you. Write down that in your notebook. And you can also write the difference between kacha house and pakka house in your notebook and learn it. So children, thank you. Take care of yourself and see you in the next class with another topic. Bye-bye.